born and raised in Bombay, India. Now, of course, they call it Mumbai. And I was never there when they changed the name to Mumbai, so I always still call it Bombay. I came to this country when I was 20.
Okay, which was
1986. I was doing my degree in applied mathematics and neurosciences at Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. And I was already a professional performing musician, giving many concerts and traveling around the globe playing music. As a student of music, mathematics, English, I was a voracious reader. Novels and literary Shakespearean works were all introduced to me. Believe it or not, my Bible was the Wren and Martin. Not many people would even know what the Wren and Martin is. Wren and Martin was the standardized grammar textbook used in every English medium school, introduced by the British. There were two brothers, Wren and Martin, who wrote that book, and the book is almost yay thick.
Wow.
We get that book in 2nd grade and we carry that book all the way through 12th grade. That is the one single grammar book. So I was very well read and I knew everything as far as America was concerned. So I came to this country and I had an international driver's permit. I landed in LAX airport and someone was supposed to pick me up and they forgot. I was to drive from LA to San Diego. I decided, hey, I drive. I rented a car from Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Got out on Century Boulevard, got onto the freeway on the exit side. I climbed up the ramp and I'm looking straight in front of me, all of these cars coming. Motorcycle cop pulls me over. He says, what are you doing, sir? I said, trying to get on the freeway. So you're getting in on the wrong side. And so then I explained to him what happened. He said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take you back, return the car. You don't have permission to drive anymore. I'm taking away your international license. And he drove me to San Diego in his cop car.
You kidding?
No.
Wow.
Very first day I landed in this country.
He drove you to San Diego?
He said, I cannot let you rent a car or drive. I said, I have a permit. I made a mistake. He said, no, this is not a mistake. This is a death sentence. So he actually was going to San Diego. He said, if you have a few hours, if you have 2 hours to wait, I finish. I'm driving to San Diego.
Oh, in his own car? In his
No, in his cop car. He was going to San Diego for a conference. He was heading there.
Wow.
He said, I'll just take you. I'll drop you off. You just give me the address.
So you got
had a very interesting conversation with the policeman. And he told me everything that he needed to educate me on. And he asked me, tell me about yourself. I spoke to him. It was a very stimulating conversation.
Wow. And you just got off the plane?
Just got off the plane. And San Diego was, in 86, 87, very closely knit community. I still remember maybe end of week 1, a professor knocks on my door and, breakfast dishes for me. And I go, what's this? He says, oh, my wife made it for you.
Oh.
It's your breakfast for the next 2-3 days here. Just store it in the refrigerator. I'll give you a simple example of a cultural adjustment. I had an appointment to meet with the dean of the music school at 5 p.m. And the dean was sitting inside his room, glass window. He could see outside into the lawn. And I was sitting in the lawn with about 8 or 9 students and talking to them about music and playing some music. And it was very entertaining, very a good atmosphere that I'd created. So at about 5:25, he didn't know what was happening. He decided to come out to see me and he said, you have an appointment to see me at 5 o'clock. I said, yeah, I do, I remember. He says, but you're not in the room with me. I said, I saw you working and I figured you had all the time, so I'll come in as soon as you had put down your pen. He said, no, I'm working, only waiting for you to come in. And so and then when I went in, he kind of educated me, saying that here in the West, when you make an appointment with somebody, you try to maintain that time as close as possible. If you're running late, pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm running late. Is it okay to be there 15 minutes late? And the Indian culture is, oh, he's working, he's there, he's not going anywhere. But he was only there because he was waiting for me. And I didn't realize that. And so that was my first cultural education that I got from the teachers.
5 o'clock is 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock is 5 o'clock. All foreign graduates are hooked up with an immigration office. Any campus you go, there will be an international student immigration office.
Okay.
And there will always be an immigration officer who is well versed with the cultures of various parts of the world that these children are coming in from. When I was first going back to India, it was 2 years later. The immigration officer called me and said, I'm going to share with you a simple statement that I want you to remember as you go back. She said, when you go back, you're going to see that lots of things have changed. You have to realize that the people you are meeting have not changed. They are just the way they are. You, on the other hand, have now changed. If today I were told, will you pack your bags and go back home and and continue living there? The answer is no, I will not. Home for me is here.